Hi everyone, and welcome to our video on raising capital for your business. I'm part of the Entrepreneurship Legal Clinic at the University of Pennsylvania Carey Law School. Starting a business is exciting, but let's be real, it takes money to turn your vision into reality. Whether you're launching a tech startup, opening a coffee shop, or scaling an existing venture, figuring out how to fund it is one of the first big hurdles. Today, I'm kicking things off with an overview of your options for raising capital, what you need to tap into outside sources, the difference between debt and equity, and some pitfalls to watch out for. Let's dive in.
So, where can you get the cash to get started? There are a ton of ways to fund your business, and they generally fall into two buckets: money you already have access to, and money you need to go out and get. Let's start with the first group. First up, personal savings. This is money you've saved up yourself. Think checking accounts, savings accounts, or that emergency fund you've been stashing away. It's the simplest option because it's yours. No one to convince, no interest to pay. But it's also limited by, well, how much you've got. Next, there's credit cards. A lot of entrepreneurs use these for quick, small expenses. Think equipment or early marketing costs. They're easy to access. But watch out, high interest rates can pile up fast if you don't pay them off. Then you've got friends and family. This is a classic move, pitching your idea to people who already know and trust you. It can be informal, like a loan or a gift, or more structured, like selling them a stake in your business. The upside? They might be more flexible than a bank. The downside? Mixing business with personal relationships can get messy if things don't go as planned. Now, let's talk about outside sources. Money from people or institutions beyond your inner circle. This is where things get interesting. You've got options like small business loans from banks or the Small Business Administration, known as the SBA. These are great for funding with predictable repayment terms, but you'll need a solid business plan and decent credit to qualify. It's also important to note that business credit can require co-signing, which can turn business credit into personal debt. There's also outside investors, like angel investors. These are typically wealthy individuals who write checks to early-stage businesses they believe in, often in exchange for a piece of the company. They might also offer mentorship, which is a huge bonus. Then you've got professional investors. Think private equity or venture capital firms, and even seed funds. These folks invest bigger sums, usually in businesses with serious growth potential. They'll take equity too, and they often want a say in how you run things. So, what do you need to get these outside sources of capital? First, you need a clear pitch. Whether it's a bank or an investor, they want to know what your business does, how it'll make money, and why you're worth the risk. A strong business plan is key. Think revenue projections, market research, and a breakdown of how you'll use the funds. You don't necessarily need to have all of this in a fancy presentation. The most important thing is that you think about these aspects and are prepared to answer questions about them. For loans, you'll likely need good credit and maybe collateral like property or equipment. For investors, they'll want to see traction, customers, sales, or at least a killer prototype. And across the board, credibility matters. Be honest, prepared, and professional. Now, here's a big question. Debt versus equity. What's the difference? Debt is borrowed money, like a loan or credit line. You have to pay back with interest, usually on a set schedule. It keeps you in full control of your business, but you're on the hook to repay, no matter how your company does. Equity, on the other hand, is selling a piece of your business. Investors give you money up front, and in return, they own a share. You don't have to repay them directly, but you give up some control and a cut of your future profits. Debt's about obligation. Equity's about partnership. Which one's right for you depends on your goals and how much control you're willing to share. Before you jump in, let's talk pitfalls. Raising capital can go wrong if you're not careful. One big mistake: taking money without a plan. If you don't know exactly how you'll use it, you'll burn through cash and have nothing to show for it. Another trap is overpromising. Promising investors huge returns or banks quick repayment without the numbers to back it up can tank your credibility, or worse, land you in legal trouble. Avoid bad terms too. Read the fine print on loans, High interest rates or hidden fees can strangle your cash flow. With investors, watch out for deals that give them too much control or equity for too little money. And here's a big one. Don't mix personal and business finances. Using your personal credit card for big business expenses or borrowing from family without clear terms can blur lines and create headaches down the road. Raising capital is a pivotal step in transforming your business vision into reality. It's about finding the perfect funding path that aligns with your goals while steering clear of pitfalls that could slow you down. Whether you're tapping into personal savings, securing a small business loan, or pitching to venture capitalists, success lies in careful planning, bold execution, and a clear understanding of what each choice means for your future. This journey isn't just about money. It's about building a foundation for growth, resilience, and long-term achievement. We're just getting started. Join us in the next sections as my team unpacks each funding option with practical legal insights, proven strategies, and tips to empower your entrepreneurial dreams. Let's pave the way to your business's success together. See you in the next part.